Hello, my friends. Another dedicated candle review for you today. We are going to be talking about Kringle Candle Reserve, Lilac, and Lily. Now, two things before I get into the meat of this review. First and foremost, this candle was sent to me in PR from Kringle Candle. You guys know that occasionally they do send that to me as I am an ambassador for the brand. However, Kringle never tells us what we should say. They never quote unquote punish us for giving bad reviews. They actually always want honest feedback from their ambassadors. So my reviews are always honest. Those of you who have been here any length of time, you know I'll give credit where it's due, and I'll also give criticism where it is due. So a candle coming in PR does not always mean that I am going to give an excellent review. Second, if you happen to have caught my Bath and Body Works haul earlier this week, and I was bragging about us staying relatively healthy all winter, you can clearly hear in my voice that I have caught the cold that my husband and my daughter had last week. So I feel perfectly fine, but my voice is going to sound a little bit raspy probably for the next couple of videos. So I did want to put that out there for all of you. All right, you guys. So let's go ahead and talk about this candle. This is one of their new Reserve candles. This is from actually what I would say the most recent Reserve launch, which was very much a floral, spring themed type of Reserve. I did do a sniff session where I went through all 5 candles, and this was actually my favorite one out of the 5. I ended up sending the other 4 to my friend Connor, who is a fellow Kringle ambassador, and said, here, you can have these, you can review them, because they didn't send them to him in PR. And I knew for me personally that this was the only candle that I was really interested in. This is a standard 2-wick large tumbler, 100% white soy wax. It is in the kind of translucent black jars that are synonymous with the Kringle Reserve packaging. This does retail for $34. The pour date of this specific candle that I'm reviewing is January 8th, 2025. And we have fragrance notes here of top notes of green and floral, mid notes of lilac and lily, and base notes of musk and moss. And I'm giggling to myself a little bit here as I'm filming this review because Melanie, you guys all know Mr. Kong's mom, has a neighbor named Mike who likes to have his leaf blower out a lot. And apparently today, on the day of this filming, I have a neighbor that has a leaf blower going. So they must be after us, candle reviewers. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and talk about what I am smelling in this candle. So those of you who have been with me any length of time know that Kringle Candles Fresh Lilac is one of my all-time favorite floral fragrances, if not my favorite. I have been loyal to that scent for years. I have a lot of scent memories tied to lilac. And so it is no surprise that when this candle was released, my ears were definitely perked, my eyes were locked in. I thought, I'm really curious to see how that one would differentiate from Fresh Lilac. Can they outdo themselves? Because I love that scent so much. I have backups of it. I bring it out every spring. You guys, I I hate to say this. I think I might like this fragrance a little bit more than Fresh Lilac. They are different fragrances to me. This scent to me is slightly softer than the Fresh Lilac. Fresh Lilac to me is like lilacs freshly cut off of the bush, and you've got kind of that woody stem element mixed with the very pungent lilac petals. This to me does not have the woody element that Fresh Lilac has. This is definitely lilac petals, but there is a softness to it that I think that's probably the lily coming out. It's still definitely a floral candle, but whatever notes they're using as a mix in there of green and floral on the top, I would say actually make this still a distinctly lilac fragrance. Like, you're definitely picking up lilac in here, but it's also not lily, like punch you in the face lily, because I know a lot of people can find lily, people either love lily fragrances or they find it to be a little bit too much. I feel like this is a softer take on Fresh Lilac. Like I said, it's missing the woody accord that I have in that one, where you think of like a freshly trimmed lilac off of a bush. This is more so lilac petals. You get a little bit of that lily. It's a very, very beautifully balanced out. I would say that this fragrance to me is still probably like 75% a lilac fragrance, where you get those lilac petals, but then there are some other green elements that are giving like a softness and a more balanced approach to it when this candle is burning. I even said on cold sniff that I thought that this might be a little bit more of a powdery floral, but I'm happy to say that when this candle is burning, that powderiness my nose does not detect. I have really, really enjoyed it. I love that this is soft. It's pretty. It's just not as much of a like in your face lilac fragrance as Kringle's Fresh Lilac, which again, you guys, I love that fragrance. I am actually burning right now Fresh Lilac in my open concept living room, and I've been burning this one in the bedroom today because they are complementary to each other. And I, again, am somebody who loves lilac fragrances all around. But they are different from each other subtly. They are different enough that I feel like you can justify having both in your collection. That's what I would say. But yeah, we're going to talk about strength and throw here. I feel like this is a good, perfect segue into why I think that they complement each other well. So we'll go ahead and turn the vessel around here. You can see I've got good wicks going. I am at about, I would say I've burned about a third of the wax, maybe getting closer to that halfway mark. You can see that the wicks are performing quite well for me. They're not overly aggressive. I'm not getting large carbon balls. I actually don't even really need to trim these wicks very much after each burn. You can if you want to, if you just like that clean wick before you relight, but it's really not necessary. The wicks have been performing well. The wax is still very, very clean for me. All right, so here's where I'm going to say the difference is again with Fresh Lilac. This candle to me, I'm going to give a strength of about probably like a 6.5. Projection and throw is about a 7 for me. When I burn this out in my open concept living room, I definitely smell it. It's noticeable, but it's not smacking me in the face. It is definitely it's a subtle floral going on in the background, which truthfully, you guys, florals can give a lot of people, yours truly included here, headaches very, very easily. So if you are somebody who is wanting to host like an Easter gathering or some type of spring gathering, but you are worried about burning, say, a fragrance like Fresh Lilac, which is very strong, very in your face. Sometimes I got to make sure I have the windows open because it can be so potent. If you're still wanting a lilac fragrance, but you're not wanting to like smack your guests in the face, or again, you or people in your household, goodness, you guys, I'm having a hard time with words today. You or people in your household are prone to maybe some sensitivities to florals, then I think that this is a great option because it's still a noticeable and detectable fragrance. But again, it's not going to overwhelm you. It's not going to smack you in the face. I really, really like this fragrance. It does get 2 thumbs up from me because I think Kringle actually did this one very, very well. I think they knew what they were doing in not making this a powerhouse in terms of florals because I think, again, mixing a lily in with a lilac, I think could have just been too much. And this is done very, very beautifully. It's executed very, very well, in my opinion. So this candle does get 2 thumbs up from me. This candle will also be going on a repurchase list for me. And you guys know I'm pretty intentional about the candles that I'm bringing into my collection. Not many make that repurchase list, but this one I am going to tell you is on my repurchase list. I love the packaging. I love the overall fragrance that it is giving off. So if you are in the same camp as me, if you like Fresh Lilac from Kringle, I think that this one needs to go on your wish list because it is done very, very well. I do have a discount code with Kringle. It is Katie15. It will save you 15% off of your purchases over at Kringle Candle. It is an affiliate code that is eligible for commission. So please only use that if you are comfortable doing so. The other thing that I did want to say, I know that I'm planning to upload this. I always pre-film a little bit, but I am planning to upload this on Wednesday, February 26th, which happens to be my youngest daughter's 11th birthday. Happy birthday to my little Piper girl. But the other thing that I did want to say is that today is now the official date that we have been given the green light from our ambassador contact that you may have started to see that, yes, the spring and summer lineup will be available next week. I believe that it was March 6th, I think, that they gave us as the date for those candles will be released. That will be the final the final launch of any country candles. So those of you who like that, yeah, that's going to be the final round of country candles ever being released. So I did want to give you guys a little bit of a heads up that this weekend I am planning to have at least a cold snip impression session with all of you guys. Kringle has notified me that they are kindly sending me that collection in PR. So I will make sure that I have that up for you guys this weekend. So if you're curious to see what the spring candles will be smelling like, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel and hit thumbs up on this one if you enjoyed this review. But I do feel like if you're planning to shop the spring and summer launch, you guys might want to add this one to a wish list. Feel like, if you're already going to be shopping from the new launch, I would highly encourage you to throw this one into your cart as well. So again, thank you so much, you guys, for being here with me. Thank you so much for putting up with my raspy voice today. I do want to say, again, a big thank you for spending any time with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.